Okay, so
Grab a couple more. I see it. Want to help me test this?
okay, so this sound is definitely when we attribute anomaly, the electrical at least, attribute anomaly procs. So that's fine. Okay, one. Not. Yes, yes, yes. Attack, crit rate. Maybe. Attack percent pen. Maybe it rolls into the correct stuff. Let's do it again.
My blade. I see it. Scatter. There's no time to lose. I'm here.
Anomaly proficiency, sure. Percent. Maybe it rolls into correct substat def percent. On 5, 100% no def percent. No, it's also 5. It's def percent. It's HP percent. Why the fuck did I look at as though it was a good one? No, it's not good. This going to the trash can. Okay, complete. Buff depleted. I wish I just could spend more my stuff. Okay, I could go there into Hollow Zero and do Hollow Zero, but I'm probably not going to do that.
It's caffeine on a lazy afternoon. Want some?
Now let's think about what I am going to do. Why do I need to press two things? And I need to be precise enough. I have enough of those. I don't have enough of that. I still don't have enough of that. Let's go for 80 and do it twice.
Done.
Plus 1%, you say? So, like, that's not even close.
This is the path.
That
I
doesn't make
follow.
any sense. It should give more stuff. Okay, let's next confirm sell. But now instead of
Let me
her,
finish my
go
cup of hot water.
for her.
Looking for intel? Or hiring me for a job?
Sure. Sure. Not yet.
My loyalty lies with the win. No problem. Let's go have some fun.
Done.
Take it easy, boss. Take this! A little bit.
Yo. Plus 5%. That's a bit ridiculous. Yay. Max level pulchra. Not even close. Ядерные события. I don't need that.
My loyalty
Seriously,
lies with the
who can
winner.
give me more impact?
Eradicate all
Looking for
She
intel?
doesn't need.
Or hiring me for a job?
This one has impact. Recommended. Okay. Let's just for a moment. Pulchra guide.
With version 1.6 we are getting a free pulchra, and that includes you, the viewer, as well. And I promise you, she will be a fantastic addition to your account. In fact, she is much better than most have been giving her credit for, but with a catch. Not only that, but even Nekomata got a buff, and that buff is pulchra. But it isn't just Neko who pulchra is really good for, so let's talk about her kit and how she plays, her best weapons, disk drives and disk drive sets, her combos, her main and substats, her teams and mindscapes, and lastly, let's also talk about her pros and cons. Well, With version 1. Drives and disk drive sets, her combos her main giving your teammates aftershock damage. Until Mindscape 6 that is, at which point she will buff all types of damage. Half of Pulchra's kit you will literally never even use once, which also means she is actually very cheap to build for a stunner and invest into, and if you are a sucker for the likes of Jane, Nekomata, Harumasa or our newest S-rank Soldier Zero Ambi, Pulchra is a unit worth investing into. Let's quickly cover her kit. You will never use her basics or dodge, so let's skip them. Her chain and ultimate do what a chain and ultimate do, so we will skip the explanation of deals damage and inflicts daze as well. Her assist is an evasive assist and plays an integral part in her kit and gameplay, but so does her chain technically, so let's talk about her core skill instead. Whenever Pulchra uses an EX special, assist follow-up, chain attack or ultimate, she will enter the Hunter's Gate state. Entering said state will fill up.
Okay, so first of all, that means that
My loyalty lies with the winner.
I don't need basic attack, dodge. Okay, that's I already have this plan. It's the correct plan.
My loyalty lies with the winner.
Nope.
Her resource bar, that are these triangles right here. Increase her damage dealt by 30% for 6 seconds and trigger a quick assist for your previous character. While in the state, if any other character not named Pulchra uses a special or EX special once and deals heavy attack damage doing so, she then will start attacking the enemies from off field up to 6 times every time any character attacks. I want to emphasize that the special or EX special condition is a one-time condition. You do not have to use 6 specials or 6 EX specials. A single one is enough for her to start listening whether or not you are attacking. To give you a visual on how this works and looks, let's have a look at some Neko Pulchra gameplay. We start off with an evasive assist into assist follow-up to get Pulchra into her hunting state, which then will now also fill her resource, then quick assist back to Neko. One EX special on Neko and now Pulchra will start dashing around until she is out of her resource, passively applying daze while we can stay on Neko and do cat stuff. When her resource is empty, we repeat this process. Generally speaking, especially Neko and Jane teams feel extremely fluent and fun to play with Pulchra. Anyway, this is honestly the entire gameplay plan of Pulchra, and while it is relatively simple in itself, the constant switching back and forth to trigger evasive assists to maintain her resource is honestly super fun to play. Even more so when paired with Neko, that is. Or at least that has been my impression. To quickly finish up her kit, her EX special exists and will need to be used to refresh her state when the enemies are less aggressive and mostly prompt red flashes instead of golden ones. Outside of that, I would honestly still recommend to use her EX simply because it is incredibly fast and applies a fair amount of daze. She is a stunner after all. Lastly, for her additional ability, if you do basically anything with her, she will increase the target's aftershock damage received by 30%. This changes at M6, but more on that later. To trigger this effect, you require either an attack or Sons of Caledon character. And honestly, both conditions are relatively easy to fulfill, which opens up quite a bit of teams for her. Let's quickly summarize how she plays. Switch her in using an evasive assist or use her EX special, chain or ultimate to activate her state. Quick assist back to your previous character and then use one special or EX special on any character not named Pulchra and then you profit. One last note, switching to Pulchra will clear her current state and hence also all resources she has. That means do not switch into her unless you have her EX special or ultimate up or you are using an evasive assist. For her skill priority as a stunner, she cares mostly about her daze and hence we want to focus on the skills she uses. Means we want to focus first and foremost on her core skills, special and assist, and lastly her chain. We want to make sure to max out these skills and we do not want to invest any resources into her basic or dodge. Again, we will never use them. For her combos, well, we honestly kinda went over them already, but here you go anyway, just so my editor has a little bit more work to do. Evasive assist into assist follow-up into quick assist. Alternatively, you can use her EX special or ultimate. Before we get to her weapons, as a Zenless Zone Zero content creator, I am obligated to remind you to like the video, subscribe, ring the bell, enjoy some nitro fuel and glaze burners in the comments. Thank you. For her weapons, her signature weapon, the new and shiny box cutter, fares honestly really well on her, even at rank 0 in both daze and damage. While a steam oven at R5 can be slightly ahead in terms of daze, I often found myself not actively using the EX special against aggressive enemies, which diminishes its value by a bit. Hellfire Gears is a solid choice as well, and while again slightly ahead in terms of daze, it is lower in terms of damage dealt. TLDR basically, if you have her signature, even at R0, use that one, it's really good for her. Yo, post-editing riff here. I missed Blazing Laurel in the initial calculation, so there you go. It is actually her best weapon if you have it. A quick thanks and a shout out to Jay Stern for pointing this out to me. For her disk drive sets, a 4-piece Protopunk or a 4-piece Astral Voice are great choices and they pair well with the 2-piece Shockstar Disco, which frankly is her only 2-piece choice in terms of days at least. Whether you are using a 4-piece Protopunk or a 4-piece Astral Voice, that should depend on your team as the effects are unique. For her main stats, for a crit build, we are looking at crit rate in slot 4, physical damage in slot 5, and impact in slot 6. If you are playing her with Jane, anomaly proficiency in slot 4 is her better choice. Attack percent in slot 5 works as well, but it is generally slightly worse than physical damage. For her substats, we are looking at crit rate and crit damage, then attack percent, and lastly flat attack or flat pen. Again, if played in an AP team, namely with Jane, anomaly proficiency over crit values is what you should prioritize. Next up are her teams. As you probably have noticed, I have placed Neko already quite a bit. And that is because outside of Soldier Zero Ambi, Neko is probably the second best team for Pulchra. However, having Mindscape 6 on Pulchra is definitely of advantage here. More on that later. While there are other premium teams for Neko, such as Astra and Caesar, Pulchra is an extremely good free-to-play accessible choice for Neko teams and pairs really well with Lucy, making Neko Pulchra Lucy the best free-to-play team for Neko currently available. Well, Nicole exists as well and might actually be better, but she is much harder to play and keep uptime on her debuffs with, so I suppose for most players Lucy is the better and easier choice. If you have Astra, replacing Lucy with Astra makes for Neko's best team, due to Astra and Pulchra both allowing for Neko's core skill requirement to be constantly active even inside the stun window. For a full free-to-play team, Hadumasa, Pulchra and Lucy will do well even if this team cannot keep up with Hadumasa's premium teams. Jane does appreciate Pulchra as well and opens up another team option for her. While you will need to give up Jane's additional ability when using Pulchra, unless you are using her with Seth or Bernice, it allows for more field time for Jane. While I don't think Pulchra heightens Jane to new levels, it is another option, especially when paired with Bernice, and the team feels very nice to play as well. And that comes from me, who usually glazes crit Bernice. Piper can make use of Pulchra as well, but having Astra makes this team much nicer to play, as you will be missing out on a lot of damage otherwise. If you don't have Astra, however, Lucy will do her job as per usual. Alternatively, playing Bernice for a full-on Disorder team is a great choice as well. For the last team options, Soldier Zero Ambi really likes Pulchra, at least until Trigger is out. Probably, that is. If you are wondering where Eve is, honestly, Pulchra is not that great for her. Only her initial special as well as her detonation count as a hit to activate Pulchra's state. Since Pulchra grants you quick assists and Eve gains her BDSM rope through that when entering the field, the only way of triggering Pulchra's Hamskate is by using Avalan's detonation. And if you have watched my Avalon guide, shameless plug here, you do not want to trigger the detonation. This effectively means you need to trigger Pulchra's state with your support such as Tazar or Lucy, and that I found to be more annoying than helpful, at least most of the time. Before we get to her pros and cons, let's quickly skip through her Mindscapes. Her Mindscape 1 and 2 exist and they increase her damage. Her Mindscape 3 and 5 exist as well and increase her damage and days, and her Mindscape 4 doesn't matter. Her M6 is honestly by far her best Mindscape, not only increasing her damage significantly, but also making her buff all types of damage now instead of only the aftershock damage. If you plan on playing Pulchra outside of Soldier Zero ambi teams, this Mindscape is close to a must-have as you are otherwise giving up a lot of damage. Lastly, her pros and cons, and let's begin with her cons. She is, as I just said, pretty reliant on her Mindscape 6, at least for non-Sanbi teams. Her playstyle also takes a while to get used to, but in my opinion is very fun to play. For her pros, she is very fun to play. She also is a great buffer for older units such as Nekomatter, especially for free-to-play players, and an alternative to units such as Jane, Piper, Hadumasa or Soldier Zero ambi teams. Her weapon is great, but not too far off compared to other options, and even great at rank 0. Her investment is relatively cheap for a stunner, not requiring any levels in basic and dodge. And with that said, enjoy the showcase. Don't forget to like and subscribe, comment on why you like Pulchra, and have a great day.
While
Peace.
the others can increase this.
Is lower in terms of damage dealt. TLDR basically, if you have her signature even at R0, use that one, it's really good for her. Yo, post-editing riff here. I missed Blazing Laurel in the initial calculation, so there you go. It is actually her best weapon if you have it. A quick thanks and a shout out to Jay Stern for pointing this out. Her best. I missed Blazing Laurel in the
Blazing Laurel. What's that? And obviously I need those two. Belobok unfortunately is not the team that I want. Actually no, Belobok just doesn't have the people that I want. Okay. This one, what will I want? I will want those things specifically. Remaining rewards 3 out of 3. How much does she need? Oh, she's not the only one who wants that.
Eradicate all Eve. Number 0. Ambi.
What about you? Oh, you're maxed here already. Bullshit.
My loyalty lies with the winner.
There are so many characters that I have. Blazing Laurel. Wait, I think that's the... No. Oh, I guess Blazing Laurel is the lighter's weapon. Ramadana shop. Ah. Gadget store, let's go.
The sun shining so brightly today makes it the perfect condition for shopping.
Yes, indeed.
Hey there, having trouble deciding what to buy? I can always give you some tips.
Ten seconds is not enough time.
Catch you again soon. We get new stock in all the time.
Fire gear is 104%. Steam oven R5. They are not needed, you say. Box cutter 05 signature 104 compared to R1 signature. So 5% increase.
The initial calculation, so there you go. It is actually
Not too much of an increase, okay.
Pulchra is Zenless Zone Zero's newest free A rank, and she also happens to be the first ever physical stunner. This makes her one of the more interesting characters to test, as we've now waited a long time for this physical and stun pairing to exist. Before we get into that though, I do want to say that I've actually been very interested in Pulchra, Moors, and the Caledon related characters for a while, so finally having access to her makes me wonder if they'll eventually release old story characters as future A ranks too. With that out of the way though, today I'll be going over how to make Pulchra work better.
No. Good job. Petting it is always the wrong choice. It's a bullshit. At least it's been the wrong choice so far. Yeah. It's been a while, and I completely forgot that it's been a while. 96. What about the characters that I don't need to roll for any of those two? I don't want to under-assembly. I might want to get this one. One temple. In hopes of getting this thing. Two A's. Psst. I've been scammed by whoever's a lot, actually, recently.
best for your potential teams while also ensuring that she's as powerful as she can be. Now, as we get into the video though, I'd like to remind you all that the footage from today's video will be from the creator beta server, so things are subject to change. However, with this out of the way, let's now break down everything about Pulchra. Pulchra's role on a team is that of a swap heavy stunner, but truthfully, while her gameplay loop might sound complicated at first, it's much simpler than it seems. She first prioritizes entering into the Hunter's Gate state via an EX special attack, assist follow-up, chain attack, or ultimate, but after this, she looks to stay off field while still utilizing the enhanced daze generation that she gains from her enhanced form. This is because of the way that Hunter's Gate and her special attack Running Claw and Nightmare Shadow work, as Pulchra is forced to stay off field in order to actually utilize the special attack's strikes. To explain further, here is how Nightmare Shadow works. When not the active agent, Pulchra will perform dashes
Okay. Yes, completely forgot about something really important.
Add asterisk.
I guess that's one of the things I forgot about that was really important. Yeah, so instead of onion, which I should respawn first, so that she won't be completely
Instead of confining themselves to the heavens,
unavailable.
God should broaden their horizons in the world below.
I'm switching to
Is it time for our session?
something like that.
I trust you have packed ample foodstuffs?
Mm. Okay. Attack, attack, attack. How about energy recharge attack? This one doesn't have anything. This one has a lot of attack. Approve. For now, this one will do. Come on, air. Okay, well, that could have been better, but could have been worse. So, not gonna complain. For now. I'm not gonna complain, still. But probably should have complained here. How much energy recharge do you need? Probably a lot of them be announced. No attack percent. Energy recharge. I think I'll again just hold the stuff that I will use. usage rate this. ISO. First this, then this. Okay. Aha. Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday. Not today. Yesterday and day after tomorrow. Okay, well then. No, I'm not going here. It is enough for me. Need to go collect. Wait, his weapon is not maxed yet? That's wild. Like, really? Slingshot. Why do you use an upgraded slingshot? Hmm. Okay, let's go fight this dude.
Burn it down! Yeah.
Time to relax. Get to work. Eat Laline, eat Papa, get him! Shit!
Wrath from the sky! Incinerate!
Show no mercy. Suffer the wrath of the...
Rev the engines! Pyroclastic surge! Incinerate!
Wait, I need 78.
Rise with the sun! Yeah! Skyward! Scatter!
Turn that frown upside down. Take me. Stars above.
You bitch.
Light it up! Yeah! Scatter!
Time to relax. Fulfill our pact.
Rise with the sun! Yeah! Skyward! Scatter!
Sweet tartness. Closing. Laline, eat Papa.
Wrath from the skies! Ah! Ah! Ka! Light it up! Yeah!
Fulfill our pact. Suffer the wrath of the evil.
Pyroclastic surge! Ah! Rise with the... Skyward! Scatter!
The flame burns on.
Yeah! Scatter! Skyward!
Get to work.
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter!
All about positioning. This game has
Yeah!
bullshit dodge. It's all about positioning.
Show no mercy. You two. Time to end.
Burn it down! Light of the blazing sun! Incinerate! Incinerate!
for the Adeptus!
Fulfill our pact! Eat Laline! Eat Papa! Get him!
Pyroclastic Surge!
Pyroclastic Surge.
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter!
Stray clouds converge!
Get to work! You two! Time to end them!
Light it up! One shall not back down! Scatter!
Doesn't count! I hadn't eaten.
Suffer the wrath of Eastling!
Burn it down!
Get to work! You two! Time to end!
Light of the blazing sun! Rise with the sun! Yeah!
Fulfill our pact!
Full throttle! Switching gears.
Fiddlesticks.
Suffer the wrath of Eastling!
Pyroclastic surge!
No space left in inventory.
Against enemies, dealing decent damage in days. But this is only activated if Pulchra's allies first use a special attack while she's in the Hunter's Gate state. After the special attack, if her allies then follow this up with additional strikes against an enemy, Pulchra will repeat her dashes while consuming this resource at the top left of her screen up to 5 times. Do note that this can also be increased to 7 times with her Mindscapes, but let's not get too far ahead of ourselves here. After these additional strikes / unique resources are consumed, Pulchra can also choose to swap back onto field, exit the Hunter's Gate state while doing so, and actually re-enter her Days Enhanced Hunter form again through any of the previously mentioned methods. Next, let's talk about Pulchra's kit, starting with her core passive and additional ability. Pulchra's core passive is what describes Hunter's Gate and its effect. When Pulchra uses an EX special attack, assist follow-up, chain attack, or ultimate, she is granted a new form which increases her day's output by 30% for 6 seconds. This also comes with additional features and perks too though. If Pulchra switches out while in Hunter's Gate state, this effect remains until she re-enters the field. To add to this, landing a heavy strike while in this form will also trigger a quick assist from the previous character. That's not the only thing that this form affects, as it also influences how her special attacks work. Her additional ability activates when an ally is an attack character or from the same faction, and once active, she gains a new passive when she lands a hit with certain attacks. To be more specific, when using Rending Claw, Nightmare Shadow, her EX special attack, her assist follow-up, her chain attack, or an ultimate, she applies Binding Trap for 15 seconds, increasing the aftershock damage against a target by 30% for all allies. Now, while this ability does sound designed to buff only Soldier Zero Ambi right now, it is also worth knowing that activating her 6th Mindscape changes this ability to be more versatile and usable for all allies. Moving along, we also have Pulchra's basic attacks. Now, you might have recently heard comments about Pulchra's basic attacks being less useful or to avoid using them, but to explain why that's actually the case, it's mostly because of Pulchra's EX special attack, her Hunter's Gate state, and Rending Claw Nightmare Shadow, all contributing towards her wanting to be off field and her not wanting to spend much time using her basic attacks. This is also the case for Pulchra's dodge related abilities, as spending any extra time on field with Pulchra takes away from her team's potential DPS and her own ability to make use of Nightmare Shadow. On that note, let's now talk about Pulchra's special attacks, as these are the main abilities that showcase her strength. To start, Pulchra's special attack, Rending Claw Nightmare Shadow, has a unique effect when she's in the Hunter's Gate. When an ally lands a heavy attack, whether from a normal or EX special attack, Pulchra dashes back and forth, piercing enemies around the target and dealing physical damage. If an ally continues attacking after this, she can actually repeat this move up to 5 times, which, as I mentioned earlier, you can track via the resource bar at the top left of your screen. This is where Pulchra's strength lies, as she deals the most daze and damage with this ability. Additionally, this attack does inflict aftershock damage, making Pulchra an excellent pairing with characters like Soldier Zero Ambi, even if you don't have any additional Mindscapes. Her EX special attack, Rending Claw Flash Step, also acts as a decent damage dealing ability, but this skill is definitely used best.
Come on.
To either dodge enemy attacks or to re-enter or enter the Hunter's Gate state quickly. Unlike Pulchra's basic attacks or dodge counters, her assist related skills do actually provide value to the team. Her assist follow-up in particular applies the Binding Trap from her additional ability and also acts as a way for her to enter into the Hunter's Gate state. As you'd imagine, this is very helpful since it provides Pulchra with a non-energy method to enter into the Hunter state while also not needing to use an ultimate or chain attack either. Pulchra's chain attack and ultimate are similar to each other in the sense that they deal decent damage, but keep in mind that they both also provide Pulchra a way to enter into the Hunter's Gate state, which again is the core gameplay mechanic that she focuses the most on. Before we move on, it should be known that Pulchra does have plenty of optimizations to make her perform better, but it's also viable to just keep her gameplay simple and allow her to stay off field until she needs to replenish her additional attacks. For skill upgrades, leveling her core passive followed by her EX special, chain, and then assist is priority, but after this it's actually pretty rare for Pulchra to even use her dodge or basic abilities, so it's fine to skip these if you want to save resources. For those of you looking for a stunner with a low skill floor that's easy to pick up, look no further than Pulchra. This is no truer than in regards to her combos, as she only has 3 options to consider, as her priority again is to just get into the Hunter's Gate state as quickly as possible. With this, one of her first combos that you can perform is to use an evasive assist, continue with an assist follow-up attack, and then perform a quick assist with your main DPS. Her second combo is similar, with her performing an EX special attack that activates her Hunter's Gate state, and then following this with a quick assist. Finally, as her third combo, Pulchra can use her ultimate and follow this with a quick assist just like with her other options, and this will also grant her the Hunter's Gate state as well. To be clear, all 3 options are viable for the purpose of getting into the Hunter's Gate state and then being able to use Nightmare Shadow alongside her allies. It is also worth knowing that each of these options has their own niche where they work best. When out of energy, using her first combo and performing an evasive assist functions best. When energy is available, using it to quickly enter.
Okay. So 165. is the bottom 36% against 5-star once again. Against 50, top 42%. Double top 2%, Lakens 4-star, bottom 48%. $77 and $79 for Mizuki and Shanyun. Probably looking a solid 50 previously. C12 Chavaros, C9 Dory, C10 Barbara. Oh, C10 Barbara, only C10. Marissa. C13 Yan Fei, C12 Shinchu, C10 Shanlin, C8 Sayu, C14 Rosaria. Yeah, C11 Fischl. Most characters don't have much when it comes to constellations, which is fine for me. And Michael.
This realm is
You look so different now. I don't recognize you. But also I suspect this is much better.
If you ever have it.
Or not. Come on.
Exploration and trials. Adventuring is right up my alley.
Days. 4 days. Well, you know, everything seems fine. Everything seems glorious. So I'm just gonna go back there. And also do a couple of things.
This guy in that one. What happened now?
The sky in Natland.
Did you hear what happened with the sky in Natland?
What happened now?
Did you hear what happened with the sky in Natland?
The sky in Natland. Oh, what happened now?
Yes.
The sky in Natland.
Screw the questionnaire. Screw everything. I'm gonna go. See ya.